But a lot of times when I'm trying to relay information or things that I'm looking at, I move really fast. I've just always been this way, guys. I ask anybody, since I was young, I've had a lot of energy. And then once I got into the Wing Chun, I was like a rocket ship taking off. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this anxiety shit ain't no joke. I wish you guys wouldn't be hitting me with so much of it so that I could focus on moving forward. It's kind of hard to move forward when your spirits are dampened by nobody believing in you despite the fucking evidence, guys. Come on now. And then on top of that, so just because I can catch anything that any of y'all are doing, it doesn't mean you got to go try to dig up shit and cause me a bunch of trouble. I was doing that to help you. I didn't do it as an insult. No, if you took it as an insult, it's because you've got insecurities. I will help with that, or I will say the fuck out your way. But you kind of asked me to help. And honestly, if you're gonna do something to me, then I'm going to have to help. Because if you're in my life, I don't want you to do fucked up shit to me and then try to twist it and turn around and say it was me. Now, if it hurts your feelings that anybody else believes me over any of you, except for you gotta like form little cliques just to have haterations, that's kind of whack, guys. I don't do that. Like, if you guys don't attack, so first of all, if you attack me, that's just fucking asinine because I'm trying to help. You know what I mean? And really, it didn't start off with me trying to help. It started off with, I needed help. The fucking truck, the ankle and all that, and then bam, everybody just shits on me. The last time was, I went through the divorce, and everybody's just murked me, man. Everybody's gone. But this time, even before the ankle and Brandy's knee and the truck blowing up, I was already starting to get hit with hell. So I shouldn't have been in Virginia doing those vinyl pools in the first place. I'm glad it went well. We barely got out of them. My dad helped us get out of that too. Just by a little bit. I don't want him to embellish that. No. Matter of fact, all summer long, he was trying to help and we didn't need it because why are we always doing this? So anytime we don't need money, do we not turn it down and say no? Well, all summer long, that was that case. I was so happy to not need anything. Why would it make me so happy to not need any help? Because I'm a good guy and I don't, look, so hold on, I'll get to that later, but so we were gonna get this truck. This is where it really starts getting fucked up, guys. So we were gonna get this truck and give my son the truck we have. Well, what do you know? My dad steps in and says, well, look, I'm gonna help you get the truck. Wait till the beginning of the year. I understand why and all that, I'm good. So I'm like, all right. He said, I put in half, he puts in half, we're gonna get it in the beginning of the year. That's great. So I put it off. Well, then I get hit with all those jackasses up there. Well, first, the dude down here, like that's where a lot of real trouble came in. Like this dude was literally telling me, oh yeah, man, job's coming along great. I was so busy, like we were doing like 6 pools at once on pools. Y'all do realize when I went to Virginia, I had never installed in-ground vinyl pools successfully. Here's what's gonna really get y'all, and I know I'm bouncing all over the place. Just try to keep up. When I'm out walking, I move fast. I mentioned that in the very beginning of this. It's just who I am. All right, so I had never done these pools before, except for that one Christie's pool that washed in, which we shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. But my dad, after 2 hours of me saying, no, we shouldn't get the route. No, we shouldn't get the route. And by the way, with you saying like worrying about me doing something with the money or anything, that's just a concocted fucking bullshit like theme that you've ran. Come on, man. You are really hurting your son's life with some of this stuff you're doing. No. I'm so responsible and so like straight up that I said, no, dude, I'm gonna send the money back to you. For 2 hours, everybody was witness. Well, he says, no, I'm gonna send you the same amount of money. Okay. He disappeared. Okay. Now, as far as my thoughts on disappearing, the military, battle buddy, the policing, battle buddy, everything I've ever done, you are there for your teammates. If family's not teammates, well, then that's some fucked up shit. And I've taken a lot of abuse over the years and still been there for everybody anytime you need me. So if it's going to be about that, that's fine, but you're not going to get to spin it. I'm never, ever going to forget how things went down. If y'all haven't realized the level of my memory, my recall, hell, I can tell you what you were thinking. Let's get real. I don't do anything to hurt anybody. I'm a very, very kind person. I fight the urge. Sorry, some shit going on over there. Anyways, I do everything I can to avoid conflict. And if not saying I can handle it, come on, man. Can I handle it? You guys, the only time you're ever going to see me handle conflict is if somebody messes with you. There's nobody can really, they can't touch me. If something happens, they'll fall down on the ground or something. I don't know. Or somebody will come out of nowhere and attack them. It's crazy shit. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, because that's how my life goes. And yeah, I know what's going on, but you guys don't believe in that sort of thing. All right? So, through the route, we wouldn't have got to Christie's pool, right? So now fast forward, we're in Virginia fucking with these vinyl pools because Patriot had cut us after Chad quit, and Brandy filled in. So basically, Brandy being so good at her job on pools that she had never known how to do, doing business she's never done, same type of crazy shit as I'm doing. Gotta start, connecting the dots, guys. Well, she does so good, they get paranoid as shit. They cut the work. Oh, what does that sound? That sounds crazy. No, that's how life works, guys. We should have taken that into account. Like, that was our fuck up. We should, but see, we don't want to lie, and we didn't know that they were going to have an adverse reaction to it. Plus, in all reality, part of us thought, why didn't Chad's brother know what was going on? So Chad was SF, I was civil affairs, and outside of that, I mean, I've done some pretty gnarly shit in life. Everywhere I go, I don't have to say I know a fucking thing. Let me tell you something. I don't give a shit what room you put me in. It could be from convicts to special ops. It doesn't matter. Ask anybody. I walk in the room, within 30 minutes, everybody in there's looking at me for the answers. Why? Because I'm that guy. And I don't have to be. I'm not walking around acting like I'm tough. I don't give a fuck about tough. I just want to get shit done. I'm an objective-based person. Like, here's the objective, let's get it done. So what stops me from getting the objectives done? Well, I'm also a very empathic person. Like, and when I say empathic, I'm not talking about your garden variety empathic. No, I'm on a freaky level empathic. That's the best I'll explain to you, because again, that stuff's above your pay grade. You won't believe it. If you ever do want to know, I will surely explain it. But every time I try to, man, somebody tries to act like I'm fucking nuts. Even when I'm showing them exactly what's going on. It's not rocket science, guys. Not rocket science. All right. So back to these. So basically, anytime something's going on, ever since we started this pool endeavor, it's been a forced reaction, because right from the jump, we were set to fail. And I just happen to be good at doing things on the fly. So sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. All right. Hold on. All right. So keep that in mind, that, and see, I'm not blaming anybody. This is how things get fucked up. When I do something wrong, do you know, because somebody was saying this the other day, they were like, what, do you just never do anything wrong? Actually, I do shit wrong all the time. The thing is when I do it, I immediately just say, yo, man, that's my bad. You've all heard me say it. God. Well, when I do that, what happens is it releases. By releases, now we're getting into some technical stuff that, well, again, you might not believe in any of that crap, and it's real. So you'd have to ask about it. But it's real. How do I know all this stuff, by the way? That one's a real fucked up question that I very seriously doubt anybody's ready for those answers. Okay? But I'll tell you if you want to know. I'll train you if you want to know how to do it. No, I don't teach fighting. I mean, that's like a byproduct. All right, so, back to these pools. Look, the whole thing comes down to, we're doing all this stuff. We're making good money. We didn't want to get any money from anybody. We've never wanted to ask anybody. We were trying to, do y'all not remember? The whole time we're trying to build something for all of us. Matter of fact, even after one of us, that we wanted to have this person involved, they fucked up some, like my stimulus checks, man. And it wasn't so much that they fucked up the stimulus checks. We didn't care. It was, they just like kind of didn't care. So we didn't care, but they didn't care. So we were like, all right. And then there's some other things with some numbers, and it's just like, it worries us. But there's a workaround for everything. So we had another person that wanted to be involved. And we were gonna pay for both of them to go to school together, like a little quick class. For one, so they get to know each other. Two, so that we can refresh any skills. That way we can make sure the money's in good hands. Not that we didn't trust anybody or think somebody's highly capable. Hell, the one person that fucked up the stimulus, I think they're one of the most capable people. But they got to learn to be able to be honest, man. And it's not that they're trying to be dishonest. They run from, they feel like they're being targeted. And I understand, because I'm pretty well versed in psychology. All the things that led to that, and I would love to help. But the very minute they ask for some help, and I offer a way to do it, well, all of this comes as a result of that. It's the truth. I wish I could have helped them, and maybe I will one day, but at this point, I gotta recover. Like, y'all really fucking hurt me, man. I've never been hurt in my life, but I was getting attacked from all sides by every single person. So we didn't need the money. I told you, you just gotta be able to keep up. I'm paying attention, are you? So we get back, the truck, it shouldn't have been a big deal that the truck blew up, because we were supposed to be getting a new truck. So this is so crazy, man. Do you realize that I haven't done a single person wrong, and I've been accused by everybody of doing everybody wrong? On top of that, the entire time, I was the most concerned person for everybody else as they're doing me wrong, because I know why they're doing each thing, and I'm trying to help. And nobody's caring about me. Matter of fact, the very one time I reached out to somebody, because I thought they kind of reached out to me, and y'all really would want to believe all that shit. Apparently I was wrong. I'm sorry. See, I don't mind saying I'm wrong. That one's a real big letdown too, but even that was misconstrued like a motherfucker. Like, what the fuck was up with that? You guys, when you take a story and you modify it so much, that's malicious intent. Be careful, that'll send you to hell. I'm serious. Oh, you don't think I know? Well, if you're watching all these videos and reading all this stuff and you really still think that, then you're not paying attention. All right. So again, I'm not holding any of this stuff against anybody. I want to move forward. But what it is it's ingrained in the way that people talk to me. Like some of y'all, I think, believe your narrative. And then when you read the truth, it's like in the back of your head, you're like, oh. And you're like, damn, that sounds familiar. But you can't face. So, I mean, y'all would rather kill me than face some of this stuff. Well, now it brings me to the washing. Why is Brandy running around like a crazy person? Well, it seems to me, all of you are running around like a crazy person, and she's attempting to face. Didn't expect that one coming, did you? That's for you too, B. Yeah, I know all this stuff going on. You could say, oh, well, he's doing all this. He's orchestrating. I've had that one too. I understand what it looks like, but I plead the fifth. Just joking. I'll tell you anything you want to know. I'm serious. I care about everybody. Look, guys. I'm not doing magic. It's all... Here, I'm going to try to do my best to explain. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. Literally. So, what if I told you that 75% of your life, you're not even paying attention. Here, I got another one for you that's gonna trip you out. What if I told you there's multiple yous and you can tell sometimes because you're shifting in between them? Like you just feel like you're this way during this time, this way during this time. Now, am I not always the exact same way? All right. How am I achieving that? Well, it looks like it comes natural, doesn't it? We all are vibrating. So I want you to picture like a slideshow. Like, you know, you have all the pictures and you flip through them and it shows the guy moving or whatever. So that's how we're moving, right? And each one of those slides in there could be a different way that you're, like, a different mood or whatever. They call them all kinds of different stuff, but you'd have to dig deeper. So these are actual different yous. Quantifiably, you can shift between all of them. There's different worlds, and then there's also pulling them all to you. And then there's the one. So since the beginning of time, look, and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not reading any of this. I bet you go look it up and it's all correct. And even if my words are wrong, I don't care. And also I'm pulling from different, well, here you go. So what if I told you that this vibration can be controlled in a certain manner, harmonized with learning how to move your body and control your mind and relax your soul so that you can handle that shudder and make it so that you can relax it down slow enough that you can remain solid. Matter of fact, the more you do this, the more it looks like you're moving really fast to everybody else, because there's nothing holding you down. Every bridge that you make, you're able to jump, make that correlation, come back, and then if something fucks you up, you just cut it off, keep moving. You guys understanding now? You guys want to know what Wing Chun's about? Look, when people try to come at me with a bunch of crazy shit, like right now, you don't think I know everything that each one of y'all, you guys, you got two choices, or three, always three. You can believe that you really are just beating me in this fictitious battle that you got drummed up in your head under any different terminology that you're running it with. And then again, from there, you can feel bad that you're doing it to me, or you can feel excited, like, yeah, I got his ass. Do you really want to question whether or not I can tell you what's going on in your mind? Do you think I'm the same as you? I'm just playing. I am the same as you. And yes, I just sent a whole bunch of emotions through a whole bunch of you guys. Why would you want to combat me? You want to know why? I can tell you that too. You know, did you believe me when I said I was like a PhD level and all these different things? Huh. My son, the PhD in like fucking everything. You can't see, man. I even showed you that if you look up over in China, a real seafood, not some Mickey Mouse karate instructor, a real seafood, especially of Wing Chun. Like, you ought to do some research on Ip Man. We write it as YIP because we use Cantonese versus Mandarin. Mandarin being the New World dialect, Cantonese being the Old World. Oh, what? You didn't know I spoke Chinese too? Come on, keep up with the things. I'm just playing. I don't speak Chinese. So, anyways, look up Ip Man and do some research on a seafood and how they're viewed. Like real seafoods, how they're viewed. Like, I'm not trying to put myself on a podium, but when you're getting knocked down all the time, you're like, hey guys, so I'm worth y'all's attention. I'm not a piece of shit. That's all I'm doing is defending myself. Too often am I being attacked, and then my defense is then treated as if it just came out of nowhere and I'm acting like an asshole. That's crazy. That's why I have to take these ass whoopings. What, you don't think I can stop you? Shit. If you name a point in time that any one of you came up with something, I will tell you what you were thinking. And I am not playing. You doubt it? If you think back through interactions with me, I'm doing it all the time. And so now back to Brandy. By the way, if you notice how easy I'm able to cover all these different things and I circle right back around, oh, you thought my writing was just spastic? No. Speed yourself up and that writing makes sense. Well, some of it doesn't. It's all notes. And I use text to talk. And I've tried everything for this text to talk. If you listen, I've got like almost like a lisp. You know, I've tried to stop it, but Florida makes my country accent worse. What the fuck? Like I got down here, my accent got 10 times worse. I was like, this is crazy. So, in that manner, you know, text to talk don't work that well. Now, that brings up a key concept because I'm willing to tell y'all anything y'all want to know about myself too if you ask the questions. But when y'all don't ask questions or act like I'm crazy or, you know, y'all are disinterested or whatever, then I have nothing to go off of. But right now I do. So that list that I mentioned, it got thicker, and I'm doing this on the fly. I'm telling you right now what I'm feeling like. So it gets thicker when I come down here to Florida. So the very first thing, if you notice the pause, or rewind the video, if you notice the pause when I was saying that stuff, this is what I'm paying attention to in people, like it's little source cues, okay? They thought I was reading lips when I was a kid. I was reading the whole entire person. I mean, y'all do understand that I guess people's birthday, their year, and their month at like an alarming accuracy. What do y'all think, I'm making that shit up? Come on, man. This shit's real. What I'm doing is really happening. And the way that I'm being treated because of some of this stuff. So let's go back to the list. I mean, because now it's really bugging me. You know, maybe it's like I got a bottle of water, but I'm in the middle of a video. And y'all matter to me very much. You know? Like, y'all really fucking matter to me, man. And it's hard for me to move forward. Number one, when y'all are shitting on me with no money, and I can't eat and stuff. I mean, we went like 7 days without eating a couple times, guys. What the fuck? That shit makes me go batshit crazy. Do you not hear how I am when I'm well rested? I think fast. Man, I'm moving too fast and I can't keep up with it. But I'll put you in a state of like shock. Like y'all causing more damage to me than anybody ever in my entire life did. And y'all are supposed to be the ones that care about me. And then y'all want to know why I'm saying fucking evil and shit when I ain't had any sleep and I haven't eaten. Y'all are fucking acting evil. Deal with it. How about instead of worrying about me calling y'all evil, one of y'all gives a fuck that y'all are being evil. Good God, guys. Now, the list. So I believe that list, like, so it got heavy. So it happens for a reason. Now, different people would believe, let's say there's people who go, no, it's just a list. So that's the one side. And then the other side, let's say, because remember, there's all these different views, right? They're all happening at once. It's a shutter. Yeah, I got you. I'm never going to try to leave you behind. I want people to know. I want you guys to know everything. If you're seeing this video, I give so much fucks about you that I'll die to prove a point for you, not for me. No, I'd rather eat. Fuck. But if every time I gotta get this funds to eat, it comes weaponized by somebody trying to control me or be dominant, nobody's dominant over me. No, that's not how it goes. And always remember, while you're attacking me and I'm standing there being very nice, come on now. That's not a very smart move to be betting on the self-control of the person that you keep saying doesn't have self-control. Y'all do realize how fucking ass backwards that is. All right. So while I'm sitting here and talking to y'all, did you know that I was running through my head every which way I could think of as like, what in the fuck would that list be good for? I don't know, like maybe some sort of, well, now you're gonna sound, this is gonna sound crazy. Like, you know, when you're looking through Facebook or something and things you were thinking of pop up, look up skull to head, or I'm sorry, skull, something tech has to do with skull. So, you know, I have to look it up and I'll let y'all know. But they're literally, they can put stuff in your head, but they can also read the stuff that's in your head. Would you think I was the only one that could do this? They got technology that can do this shit. Yeah, I really can read. Now, there's limitations to it. Anyway, so I'm sitting here trying to run through this list thing. I'll let y'all know when I figure it out. There's got to be a reason for it, though. And as far as the different reasons or the different levels of belief, so I'm the 100% believer. And the way that people like me look at it is, like, you have free will. That's what shifts you through the different, well, I'm not saying anybody believes this shit, but they believe the believe part of it. So you have the free will, which shifts you through the different yous. That's your choices. But at the end of the day, you're already headed in a direction, and a lot of it's preordained. Now, how did it become preordained? I kind of got a few different philosophies on that one, but maybe something you thought way back in the day, or even the deepest you, like the true center. Like, you know, you think, hey man, if I could have anything I want on earth, I just want a steak. But really it might be you just want to be loved. You know what I mean? And different things mask that. I'm not who y'all thought I was, am I? Alright, so you can imagine Brandy going through the wash, and I don't want to hear any more about her running up and down the street. I tried to tell y'all. And as far as her freaking out and doing all this shit, man, I have taught quite a few people. And shit, I ain't gonna lie, she's got way more energy. Like, it's very seldom that somebody comes along with energy like me. And Brandy is definitely there. She's got energy for days. And then also she got a bit of ego. Okay. So if y'all have ever questioned, which I'm surprised nobody's ever asked this, like, oh, what are y'all? Well, we switch between all kinds of shit because it depends on how we're rolling in life, you know. Our situation greatly impacted by outside influences at this point. Thing is, when we were killing it, y'all loved having us around and all this stuff. I can even tell you, so I'll run down these real quick. Dad, your whole thing is, if you listen to me, then that means that all this time you've been telling all your buddies and all that shit. Well, I got news for you. I can't tell a lie. And if you can find me in a lie, then, well, there's just not going to be that. So you might as well admit to yourself that, yes, you have lost a lot of years. And yes, you have some sort of empty nest syndrome with my son. You're trying to take my place, even if subconsciously you're trying to keep me from getting to Virginia. It just is the way it is, dude. You also have a hatred for me. You better deal with it. It's not me, dude. It's you. You say, you're hate. No, it is you, dude. Listen, you have done so much shit to fuck me up, man. Granted, you're also there helping me out. You've got that inner conflict. I tried to help you with it. What do? You run like everybody else. Well, the difference between you and Brandy is she stayed. So she went through it. So we call it a washing. It gets rid of all the impurities, all the bullshit lies that people tell themselves. Well, that's kind of a fucking mess, and I didn't expect her to do it at that level where she running off of jobs and shit, getting crazy, you know? But hey, you gotta roll with it. I teach Kung Fu. My number one thing in life is I teach people, and now I don't do it as commercial, so, you know, it's not like some money thing. I just want to help people out. Like, you guys, there's bigger things to this world than ourselves. You're not going to find me choosing myself over anybody, man. I give myself to y'all each time. Now, anybody else, they can suck a dick. I don't give a fuck. You know? Now, I'm going to be nice to them, but, I mean, I'm not going to do all that shit. Just playing. See, somebody like me, as long as you're of righteous character, I don't have to know you. I will 100% give myself. It sucks, but it's the way I roll, man.